Hello friends. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about something that might completely change the way you see yourself. If you have been calling yourself lazy, distracted, inconsistent, or weak, this video is for you. Stay with me till the end because what you believe about yourself right now might not be the truth. It might just be a misunderstanding that has been slowly damaging your confidence for years. Before you judge yourself again, before you say I am just lazy, stop for a moment and think honestly. If you were truly lazy, why do you feel guilty all the time? Why does it hurt when you waste a day? Why do you feel pressure in your chest when you see others moving ahead? Why do you watch self-improvement videos and promise yourself that tomorrow will be different? Lazy people do not feel this level of frustration. Lazy people do not lie awake at night thinking about their future. Lazy people do not feel ashamed for resting. So, if you feel all this, then maybe you are not lazy at all. Maybe you are mentally exhausted. We are living in a time where productivity has become identity. If you are not constantly improving, building skills, learning something new, or chasing a goal, you start feeling behind. Social media makes it worse. Every scroll shows someone winning, achieving, improving, glowing up. Slowly you begin comparing your worst moments with their best moments. You start measuring your progress against people who are only showing highlights. That comparison does not motivate you. It drains you. It makes you feel small. And when you feel small for long enough, your brain shuts down instead of pushing forward. The lie you believe. The biggest lie you believe is that your lack of action means lack of discipline. Every time you fail to meet your own expectations, you attack your character instead of understanding your condition. You say I am lazy. I have no willpower. I will never change. But if you look closely, you do not behave like a lazy person. Lazy people do not feel guilty for wasting time. Lazy people do not constantly think about improving their future. The fact that you feel frustrated with yourself already proves that you care. The real problem is not laziness. The real problem is mental overload. From the moment you wake up, your brain is under pressure. Notifications, comparisons, deadlines, self-improvement goals, family expectations, career fears, language improvement, confidence issues. You are not trying to fix one small habit. You are trying to upgrade your entire life at once. When your mind is carrying that many expectations, even simple tasks start feeling heavy. It is not because the task is difficult. It is because your brain never feels calm enough to focus on just one thing without thinking about everything else. Then social comparison makes it worse. Every scroll shows someone achieving something. Someone more confident. Someone more successful. Someone already ahead. Even if you try to ignore it, your brain keeps comparing your reality with their highlights. Slowly you start believing that you are behind in life. And when your brain believes it is behind, it does not feel motivated. It feels threatened. And when the brain feels threatened, it does not choose action. It chooses escape. That is why you scroll instead of starting. That is why you delay even when you know you should begin. After avoiding work, guilt enters. And guilt drains more energy than work ever could. You promise to change tomorrow. You create big plans. But your mind is still exhausted. So you fail again. Now it is not just tiredness. It becomes self-doubt. You stop saying I had a bad day. You start saying I am a lazy person. That identity slowly becomes your reality. But the truth is simple. You are not lazy. You are mentally exhausted from carrying too many expectations without giving your mind permission to recover. The hidden burnout loop. Here is what is really happening behind the scenes. You feel mentally tired, so you delay your work. When you delay, you feel guilty. That guilt creates anxiety. Anxiety drains more mental energy. With even less energy, you avoid again. And just like that, you enter a silent burnout loop. It does not look dramatic. There is no breakdown. There is no visible crisis. But inside, your motivation is slowly collapsing. The dangerous part is that this loop feels like a personality flaw. You start believing this is just who you are. You think other people are naturally disciplined and you are not. But what you do not see is that many people are stuck in the same cycle. The difference is not willpower. The difference is mental recovery. When your brain never gets real rest from pressure, comparison, and self-criticism, it cannot generate consistent action. It is like trying to run on a battery that is never fully charged. Another mistake you make is setting unrealistic recovery plans. After a bad day, you try to fix everything at once. You create extreme routines. Wake up early. Study for hours. No distractions. Full discipline. But that plan itself becomes another source of pressure. And pressure is exactly what exhausted you in the first place. So, when you fail to follow that intense routine, the guilt becomes stronger than before. The loop tightens. This is not laziness. This is chronic mental fatigue mixed with high self-expectations. You do not lack ambition. You lack breathing space. Until you break this burnout loop, motivation will keep feeling temporary. You will have short bursts of inspiration followed by longer periods of avoidance. And each time, you will blame yourself instead of fixing the real cause. The real fix nobody talks about. The solution is not more motivation. It is not a stricter routine. It is not waking up at 5 in the morning. The real fix is reducing pressure before increasing effort. An exhausted mind does not need intensity. It needs safety. If you want consistent action, your brain must stop feeling attacked every day by your own expectations. Start by shrinking the goal. Not because you are weak, but because you are rebuilding. If studying for 2 hours feels heavy, study for 10 minutes. If improving your English feels overwhelming, practice speaking for 5 minutes. If fixing your life feels impossible, focus on one small action today. When the task feels small enough to complete without fear, your brain slowly starts trusting you again. And trust creates momentum. The second step is removing constant comparison. You cannot heal in the same environment that made you doubt yourself. Limit the content that triggers pressure. Stop measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. Your journey is not late. It is just different. The more you compare, the more your nervous system stays in stress mode. And stress mode kills focus. Finally, change the way you talk to yourself. Instead of saying I am lazy, say I am tired but I am rebuilding. Instead of saying I wasted today, say I needed rest but I will take one small step now. The brain listens to your words. If you constantly insult yourself, it shuts down. If you guide yourself calmly, it responds. Discipline built on self-hate never lasts. Discipline built on understanding grows slowly but stays strong. You do not need a dramatic life reset. You need small consistent proof that you can move again without pressure crushing you. And once your mind feels safe, action will not feel forced anymore. It will feel natural. The story that proves it. Let me tell you about a girl named Sophia. She was not careless. She was not irresponsible. She was not lazy. But every night she went to bed feeling like a failure. She had big goals. She wanted to improve her communication skills. She wanted to become confident. She wanted to build a better future. But every day she found herself scrolling, delaying, avoiding the very things she promised to do. And each time it happened, she whispered the same sentence to herself. Something is wrong with me. Sophia tried to fix it the way most people do. She created strict schedules. She downloaded productivity apps. She forced herself to wake up early. For a few days it worked. Then her energy crashed again. The problem was not discipline. The problem was pressure. She was mentally exhausted from constantly feeling behind. Every small mistake felt like proof that she was not good enough. So, her brain chose comfort over effort, not because she did not care, but because she was overwhelmed. One day she changed one simple thing. Instead of trying to fix her whole life, she gave herself one rule. Just 10 focused minutes a day. No pressure. No big expectations. Just 10 minutes. Some days she did more. Some days she did only 10. But she stopped insulting herself. She stopped calling herself lazy. She treated herself like someone recovering, not someone failing. 6 months later, her life did not look dramatic or perfect. But she was consistent. She was calmer. She trusted herself again. The biggest change was not her routine. It was her identity. She no longer saw herself as a lazy person trying to be disciplined. She saw herself as someone rebuilding mental strength step by step. And that shift changed everything. If you have been calling yourself lazy for months or even years, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not behind in life. You are tired. Tired of comparing. Tired of carrying expectations. Tired of fighting yourself every single day. And tired people do not need shame. They need understanding. They need space to breathe. They need small wins that rebuild confidence slowly. Stop fighting yourself like you are the enemy. You are not the problem. The pressure is the problem. The guilt is the problem. The constant comparison is the problem. And once you remove that weight, you will realize something powerful. You were never lazy. You were just overwhelmed. Today, do not promise to change your whole life. Just take one small step. One action that feels possible. Let that be enough. Because consistency built gently is stronger than motivation built on self-hate. If this video felt personal, comment the word rebuilding below. I want to see how many people are done calling themselves lazy and ready to rebuild the right way. Like this video so it reaches someone who is silently struggling and blaming themselves right now. Share it with a friend who keeps saying I am just lazy. Sometimes one video can change how someone sees themselves. If you want more honest conversations like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss the next one. We are not building discipline through pressure here. We are building strength through understanding. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.